Hello again. I might be a little biased, but I think that there's something very special about this year's MPP2 class. And that's why I'm so happy to introduce our class speaker, who I think embodies the fun-loving and good-hearted spirit that we all share. This is a man who is always quick with a smile and with a song, the future mayor of Philadelphia, someone we're all proud to call our friend, Arlene.
I'm not going to sing, so no requests. Shortly after I got my acceptance to the Kennedy School, a couple of my friends stopped calling me Chris and just started calling me Harvard. And this happened all summer, so when I arrived a couple falls ago, you could say I was pretty proud of myself. But that all changed once classes started. Whether it was struggling to keep up with my econ study group or understand the intricacies of omitted variable bias, it didn't take too long for me to realize that I wasn't the smartest kid in the room. It also didn't take too long for me to realize that my classmates were an extraordinary group of people. Now, sometimes the daily realities of reply all emails make it hard for us to remember, but this is a world-class institution full of the best and the brightest. But there's more to the Kennedy School than just that. The Kennedy School distinguishes itself not as a community full of very smart people, but more importantly, as a community of very good people who are committed to turning the reality of this world into the vision that they believe it should be. And if you want proof, you just have to take a look around. There are international students who have sacrificed the comfort of their loved ones, like Lucy Babazi, whose smile is only outshone by her desire to effect change in her homeland of Rwanda. Or Antoine Artiganov, whose French cool belies the genuine care he shows for everyone he knows. There are also some folks that only had to travel a couple of hours, like Deborah List, whose quiet humility serves as an ego check for those of us that need one from time to time. Or Leroy Foster, whose thoughtful and deliberative nature have not only benefited all of his classmates, but will soon benefit his country halfway around the world. Now, similar observations can be made about everyone sitting in this room, and that is because we're all connected by a single principle. We want to make someone else's life better. On Thursday, 214 MPPs from 36 different countries are going to answer a personal call to serve on someone else's behalf. But that's why we have to keep some perspective. We didn't always have the right answer in class. We didn't always turn in perfect problem sets. And we aren't all graduating with straight A's. And if you are, please keep it to yourself. Because I'm not. Our degrees don't come with a monopoly on the very best ideas. So we can't overlook the invisible heroes that epitomize the type of servant leadership that we should all aspire to. I think of a woman I worked with in North Philadelphia named Helen McCullum, lived in the same neighborhood for over 50 years and helped transform her local recreation center from a crumbling eyesore into a valuable community resource. It's our responsibility to use our newfound access to support the efforts of people like Ms. McCullum, who realize that you don't need a Harvard degree to change the world. So how do we keep that perspective? We have to ask ourselves one simple question over and over again. Why did we come here? It wasn't for dressy formals or for 4-day weeks. Those are just perks. It wasn't for strategic management or for social entrepreneurship. Those are just tricks of the trade. We came to the Kennedy School because there's someone with a face and a name who is dealing with obstacles or limitations or outcomes that are so unjust that we feel compelled to act. We came to the Kennedy School because we saw something in the world and decided that it just wasn't right. I came to the Kennedy School because a 15-year-old kid named Jarrett Gore was murdered by his 15-year-old classmate Tristan Williamson with an illegal handgun. And we've each got our own reasons. But if we ever for a minute start to believe that our time here was about us, then the accomplishment of being a Kennedy School graduate will lose all of its value. So that's why, as we prepare to take the next steps in our careers, let's measure our success by comparing the present with a future that we help to create. When we return to this room years from now, let's share our accomplishments by describing what we've done for others instead of what we've become for ourselves. And as we try to judge the impact that we've had in our lives, let's never forget the people we've met or the places we've been that inspired us to serve. Thank you.